Hi, dear students. Today we'll do one more problem on journal bearing. The problem is like this. Design a full journal bearing subjected to 6 kN at 1000 rpm of the journal. The journal is of hardened steel and the bearing is of Babbitt material. The bearing is operated with the SAE 40 oil at 70 degrees Celsius and ambient temperature is 30 degrees Celsius, and also determine the amount of artificial cooling required. This is about the problem. Now we'll list out the data as per this given problem. Design a full journal bearing subjected to 6 kilonewton. Means here maximum load that bearing has to bear is 6 kilonewton. So load W is equal to 6 kilonewton or 6 into 10 to 3 newton at 1000 rpm of the journal. So here speed of the journal he has given. Shaft speed or journal, a portion of the shaft which is inside the bearing is called as journal. So here shaft speed or journal speed is one and all same, that is n is equal to 1000 rpm or n is equal to, soon after converting that into rps, that is 1000 divided by 60, we are getting 16.667 rps. The journal is of hardened steel and bearing is of Babbitt material. So here materials for journal as well as bearing he has given. Journal is made up of hardened steel and bearing is made up of Babbitt material. This will be used to get the recommended value of bearing modulus, that we'll see later. Uh, Next, the type of oil. The bearing is operated with SAE 40 oil at 70 degrees Celsius. So here the condition he has given at oil temperature 70 degrees Celsius. SAE 40 oil is we are using. So type of oil is SAE 40. So n number of varieties of oils are there. In that, in this particular journal bearing, he used SAE 40 oil, that we need to consider. And ambient temperature is 30 degrees Celsius. So T suffix A, that is equal to 30 degree Celsius. Also determine the amount of artificial cooling. So here what we have to do is we must design the journal bearing. Means D is equal to question mark, capital D is equal to question mark, L is question mark, C is question mark. Here D is nothing but diameter of the journal. Capital D is nothing but journal of the diameter of the bearing. L is nothing but length of the bearing, and C is nothing but clearance, that we need to suppose to find. And next unknown we have to find is artificial cooling. So artificial cooling required, that is Q, that is equal to Hg minus Hd, that we need to find. Now we must list out the given data for this particular problem is concerned. So first unknown is the design of journal bearing and second unknown is artificial cooling is required. So first unknown, design of journal bearing. D, in that we need to find diameter of the journal, small letter d, capital letter D is nothing but diameter of the bearing, L is nothing but length of the bearing, and C is nothing but clearance. So to evaluate these unknowns, we must make use of these equations. For thick film lubrication, one of the condition is there, bearing modulus, that is Zn by P, what we are going to calculate, supposed to be higher than or equal to Zn by P recommended. This equation is the one of the fundamental to get the unknown. Next, absolute viscosity Z we can calculate from equation 15.6a, page number 354. Next, recommended bearing modulus can be get from table 15.6, page 365. We'll discuss regarding this later during the solution. And bearing pressure, that can be evaluated by using the relation P is equal to W by 2RL, that is W by LD, that is equation number 15.6c, page number 355. These are the equations we must use. Then it is possible to get the unknowns, and apart from this some additional equation that we'll discuss during the solution. Further, for the artificial cooling required, that is Q is equal to Hg minus Hd, that we need to find, where Hg is nothing but heat generated and Hd is nothing but heat dissipated. So H suffix G, that is nothing but heat generated, that can be evaluated by using the equation F into W into V, that is equation number 15.6J, page number 356, where V is nothing but velocity in terms of meter per second, that is pi d n by 1000. Here n supposed to be in terms of revolutions per second, And for the further one more unknown f, that is coefficient of friction based on Mekis equation. So here what I did is, instead of considering Petrov's equations, I used Mekis equations. If you are using Petrov's equation, that is also okay, that is left to you. If he mentioned in the examination particularly like either use Petrov's or Mekis, then we have to go with the same, else we have the freedom. So based on Mekis equation, coefficient of friction F is equal to k suffix a into Zn by P into R by C into 10 to the minus 10 plus delta F. That is equation number 15.4a, page number 353, where k suffix a is equal to a constant 0.195 into 10 to the 6. That is for full journal bearing. Since the problem he has not mentioned what is the angle of the journal bearing, so we took it is a full journal bearing, so beta is equal to 360 for the corresponding, that is the value k suffix a. Then delta F, so here we are assuming here like it is a square bearing, since he has not given the relation between L and D, so we are assuming, since that is the unknown we have to find. So bearing ratio L by D is equal to 1, for that delta F is equal to 0.002, that is from figure 15.5b, page number 353. Then this gives the value of Hg. Next, heat dissipated, H suffix D is equal to K suffix P L into D into 10 to the minus 6, that is equation number 15.11c, page number 360. And here temperature rise coefficient K suffix P is nothing but T suffix B minus T suffix A plus 18 whole square divided by Kp. Regarding this in detail, we'll discuss in solution. This is some other variety of problem. Now we'll move on to the solution. Design of journal bearing. Here we must find the unknown small letter d, capital D, L and C. What is the indication of those? All those things we know. Now first we need to write, for thick film lubrication there is a condition, bearing modulus Zn by P calculated supposed to be higher than or equal to Zn by P recommended. Call that as equation number 1 for time being. Now we'll try to get the value of recommended bearing modulus, that is from table 15.6 page 365, shaft journal Halden steel and bearing Babbitt. Please refer that table. You are getting the value Zn by P, that is recommended value, that is 48.36 into 10 to the minus 3. This value we supposed to consider. So in the equation 1 RHS value we got. Now we must move on to evaluate the Zn by P calculated, that is bearing modulus calculated, that we need to find. Now consider that Zn by P calculated as the equation number 2. Now to evaluate this Zn by P, value of N we know, value of P is unknown, Z is unknown. Any of P we supposed to get, that is the aim of this particular. So now we must get the value of absolute viscosity Z, that we have to find. For the absolute viscosity, initially we must find kinematic viscosity, that can be obtained by using the relation Zk, that is equal to Z by rho into 10 to the minus 3, that we need to find. Call this as equation number 3. Now for the equation Z suffix k, Z divided by rho into 10 to the minus 3, that is our aim is to find the value of absolute viscosity Z. We call that as equation number 3. Now we must find dynamic viscosity, kinematic viscosity we need to find, that is Z suffix k and density rho, and here density rho at temperature 70 degree, that we need to find. So now by using the equation 15.1f, page number 350, that is equation number rho suffix t is equal to rho 15 minus 0.00063 into T degree Celsius minus 15. This equation we are supposed to use. Call here that equation as 4. Now by referring table 15.1 page 363, for SAE 40 oil, there he has given density for 50 degrees Celsius, he has given. That value is 0.9275 for G type of oil. And but now we supposed to find density at 70 degree. Now we need to substitute this value in equation number 4. Then we are getting density at 70 degrees equal to 0.9275 minus 0.00063 into T degree Celsius is nothing but at 70 degree we need, so 70 minus 15. Simplify, we are getting the value density at 70 degree, that is 0.89285. This we supposed to get. Just now we consider the table 15.1, that is for specific gravity of oils at 15 degrees Celsius, that is automobile oil SAE 40, 0.9275. A type of oil is G, sorry, type of curve is G, oil is SAE 40. That is required for getting that kinematic viscosity. That we'll see how to get that. Once we got the type of curve G from the table 15.1 for the type of oil, now we have to move on to figure 15.3, page 352. Refer this. Here for G type of curve. Now just observe this particular graph. Say in horizontal direction he has given a temperature in terms of degrees Fahrenheit in the below line. In upper line he has given temperature in terms of degrees Celsius, and vertical left line is given viscosity Seebolt universal second, and the right side of vertical line he has given kinematic viscosity in centistokes. So now we supposed to focus on kinematic viscosity degrees Celsius and type of graph, that is a line, that is right side vertical line and horizontal upper line, degree Celsius and kinematic viscosity in centistokes. Now just refer say line G for 70 degree, and kinematic viscosity comes in and around 30 centistokes, correct? So that you need to consider in this particular step. Yes, soon after getting kinematic viscosity in terms of centistokes, that is please consider here, that is Zk dash. Now you need to convert that kinematic viscosity in terms of centistokes into meter square per second. For that, one of the relation is there that you need to consider in data handbook. Please go through it. That equation is there in some modified form. So z suffix k is equal to z suffix k dash into 10 to the minus 6. That equation you're supposed to refer and substitute the value. Zk dash is a 30 into 10 to the minus 3 is there. So we are getting kinematic viscosity z suffix k in terms of meter square per second. That is 30 into 10 to the minus 6 meter square per second. Now we need to substitute this in equation number 3 to get absolute viscosity. That is z suffix k is equal to z by rho into 10 to the minus 3. And here z suffix k, substitute that value, that is 30 into 10 to the minus 6. That is equal to z we need to get. Density at 70 degrees is 0.89285 into 10 to the minus 3. So we are getting absolute viscosity z in terms of Newton second per meter square or Pascal second, that is 0.0267 Newton second per meter square. That value we have to get. Once we are able to get the value of absolute viscosity z, that is 0.0267 Newton second per meter square. Now we supposed to substitute this in equation number 2, that is we need the value Zn by P calculated, that we have to get. Now do that, simplify. We are getting Zn by P calculated as 0.445 by P. Again here P is unknown, calculated. That call that as equation number 5. Now as per the initial condition, what is there for thick film lubrication, that is bearing modulus calculated supposed to be greater than or equal to recommended. That is the condition. Now substitute in that equation. So we are getting 0.445 divided by P supposed to be greater than or equal to Zn by P. And recommended that we already took, that is 48.36 into 10 to the minus 3 from table 15.6 page 365. Now we have to simplify that. We are getting the value. Pressure supposed to be less than or equal to 9.202 Newton per meter square. Now we got the value of pressure. Now based on this pressure, we must try to get the value of unknowns. That we'll see in next step. Once we are getting the value, bearing pressure or average pressure as 9.202 Newton per meter square, we must move on to the next condition, that is P is supposed to be greater than or equal to W divided by L by D. 9.202 supposed to be greater than or equal to substitute the value of W, that is 6 into 10 to the 3 load, divided by, here we are assuming length of the bearing is equal to diameter, means we are assuming square bearing. that I have substituted, then L become D, that is D square. After simplification, diameter I am getting, diameter supposed to be greater than or equal to 25.53 mm. Go for the nearest value, D is equal to 26 mm, and go now make the conclusion. Diameter of the journal D is equal to 26 mm, and the length of the bearing, since we assumed it is a square bearing, diameter is equal to length, so length L is equal to 26 mm. Now we need clearance, so we know the relation diametric clearance ratio xi, that is equal to C by D. Now still further here we are assuming diameter clearance ratio is 0.001, because by referring previous problems we know that ratio is coming around always coming around 0.001 only, that is equal to C by 26. Now substitute that 26 is nothing but the diameter, so we are getting the value diameter clearance is 26 into 10 to the minus 3 mm, that comes around 0.0026 mm, that we need to get. Once we are getting this value, now we have to find the value of diameter of the bearing, that is by using the fundamental equation. Diameter bearing capital D is equal to diameter plus diameter clearance. What is the clearance we have got earlier, that is diameter clearance. Substitute, we are getting the value diameter of the bearing capital D is equal to 26.026 mm. This is the required answer. Until previous step, what we had did is we found all the uh, dimensions of the journal bearing, such as small letter D we found 26 mm, L we found 26 mm, and C we found 26 in 10 to minus 3 mm, and capital D is equal to 26.026. These are all the various unknowns required for the design. Next step is artificial cooling required. This is a familiar equation for us. Artificial cooling Q is equal to Hg minus Hd, call that as equation number 7. Now we'll evaluate the heat generated first, that is H suffix G is equal to coefficient of friction F into load W into velocity V, call that as equation number 8 for time being. Velocity V is equal to pi d n by 1000, where diameter just now we got, that is 26 into speed in terms of RPS 16.667 divided by 1000. Simplify, we are getting the velocity value is equal to 1.361 meter per second, that we have to get. Now soon after getting the value of velocity, now coefficient of friction is required. So here I clearly mentioned I took Mecky's equation. If you are preferring Petrov's equation, that is also okay. Now by using Mecky's equation, F is equal to K suffix A Zn by P into R by C 10 to the minus 10 plus delta F, call that as equation number 9. K suffix A is equal to 0.195 into 10 to 6 for full journal bearing, that is beta is equal to 360 degree. Delta F is equal to 0.002 for bearing having L by D ratio, that is 1, that is square bearing. Actual bearing pressure, now we have to find, since we modified the value of diameter, we increased earlier what is the value 25 something what we got, that we rounded up to 26. Now we are supposed to find the actual bearing pressure, that is P is equal to W by LD. Substitute the value of W is equal to 6 into 10 to the 3 and L into D is 26 into 26. Therefore bearing pressure P we are getting 8.87 Newton per mm square. Now we are supposed to substitute this in equation number 9. Coefficient of friction F is equal to Ka is 0.195 into 10 to the 6, Z is 0.0267 into N is 16.667 divided by bearing pressure just now what we have got, that is 8.87 into R by C is 1 by 0.001, that is into 10 into 10 to the minus 10 plus for bearing having L by D ratio is 1, delta F is 0.002, that we have to substitute. So coefficient of friction F we are getting 2.978 into 10 to the minus 3. Once we are getting this value, now we need to substitute this in equation number 8. We are getting Hg is equal to coefficient of friction F, that is 2.978 into 10 to the minus 3 into W load on the bearing, that is 6 into 10 to the 3 into velocity, that is 1.361. So we are getting the value Hg, heat generated, is equal to 24.318 watts or joules per second. Soon after getting the value heat generated, Now we must find heat dissipated. HD is equal to K suffix P into L into D into 10 raised to minus 6. That is equation number 10. Now temperature rise coefficient K suffix P we supposed to find, where K suffix P is equal to T suffix B minus T suffix A plus 18 whole square divided by K suffix P. Call that as equation number 11, where K suffix P is equal to 0.273. That is for assumption that is heavy constructed and well ventilated condition. Now bearing temperature we need to find first, that is for the equation number 11. T suffix B is required. T suffix B is nothing but oil temperature plus atmospheric temperature by 2, means average temperature of oil and atmospheric condition. So here oil temperature is 70 and atmospheric temperature is 30 divided by 2. Suppose atmospheric temperature he has not given, means we supposed to assume either 29 or 30 as you wish. But in this problem he has given atmospheric temperature is 30, consider the same. Therefore, bearing temperature T suffix B is going to become 50 degrees Celsius. 100 divided by 2, that is 50 degrees Celsius. Now we are supposed to substitute these values in equation number 11. We are getting K suffix P is equal to T suffix B is 50 minus T suffix A is 30 plus 18 whole square divided by K suffix P, that is for the condition we already assumed, that is 0.273. Substitute, we are getting the value K suffix P, that is temperature rise coefficient K suffix P is equal to 5289.38. 5289.38. Now that we need to substitute in equation number 10. H suffix D, that is K suffix P is 5289.38 into length of the bearing, that is 26, diameter of the bearing, that is 26 into 10 raised to minus 6. We are getting the value heat dissipated is 3.575 watts. That is Hg we got 24.318 watt and Hd we got 3.575 watts. Now this is the last solution step, that is amount of artificial cooling required. Once you got the value Hg and Hd, go to evaluate the value of Q, that is 24.318 minus 3.575. We are getting artificial cooling Q is equal to 20.743 watts. This is the required answer. This complete this